tradition in the Southeastern Conference has of the schools. You want to say, I mean, just the power academically, the power athletically that the conference has, the competitive nature of being a championship level conference, number of championships over, the last 20 years now. Really, I guess going back to really 2006, the streak of championships in this league is pretty special. And then you're looking at two, academic schools, two schools with very strong football traditions, two excellent football programs, very passionate fan bases that really fit what this league is all about. And so, makes sense. I think I've said this, college football in the next couple of years, I think will look differently than maybe what it's looked like in the past. And that's just going to be another step of it, and excited to have those two great schools and great football programs come into our league.
The team did not stay in a hotel last year, correct?
For training camp?
Yeah.
No.
Will it?
Yes.
And so what's the approach there? I mean, now with this variant and safety protocols and things, the bubble.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to have some protocols that we put in place. I think everyone's a little bit more educated about it now moving forward. Last year you're kind of, I don't know, I wasn't never used to wearing a mask my entire life, and how you pay attention to all these different protocols that are in place. I think there's a lot more familiarity with it right now. When you look at what our protocols, how we're going about it within the ability to wear masks, when we're wearing them, what situations, indoor compared to outdoors, with what we're doing, matching the number of guys and looking at how we're managing guys that have been vaccinated compared to non-vaccinated guys. I think we're just a lot more educated on how we adjust within what we're doing to make keeping everybody as safe as possible.
Dan here in the back. Last year before the season, I don't think many people expected Kyle Trask to go off in the way he did, competing for a Heisman Trophy, and here comes Emory Jones in here, waiting for a few years, and maybe people don't expect a ton out of him in that same way. What are you seeing going in? Do you see similarities in how they're entering the season, and what do you expect from Emory Jones?
Yeah, I mean, similarities within their personality, similarities within their approach, similarities with how they've developed, and how they've matured. Obviously their skill sets are extremely different. And they're one of the things that is important for us is, to play to the skill sets of our players. So you're going to do things differently, and it's do things differently at the quarterback position, and then do things differently at every position where you have new faces that you're playing to their skill sets and their strengths out there on the field. But I think Emory has learned an awful lot, from a guy like Kyle Trask that 2 years ago, I don't know if anybody even would, maybe except for you guys to kind of know the roster and cover the team, even a regular Florida fan really wouldn't have known his name that much, to be in kind of a national spotlight, Heisman Trophy finalist, top NFL draft pick type of guy. So I think Emory has learned a great deal in the maturity of how to handle himself, how to prepare, how to be ready for your moment. And so, I expect great things out of him this year.
I want to follow up on a couple of Edgar's questions. First, on the COVID aspect, I noticed on your opening statement you said hopefully this swamp is back to normal. What's your confidence level about that right now with the Delta going around?
I coach football. I don't want to pull out my Jurgen Klopp or people. I'll be honest with you. That's probably way above me. I think we're confident a little bit more at knowing who's vaccinated, who's not. We have a very high percentage of our organization as a whole has been vaccinated. We're not at 100%, but an extremely high percentage within the entire organization has been vaccinated. So, and then I think we have a better understanding of where are, what situations potentially are more dangerous than other situations, if you will, more at-risk situations. So what is our plan on how we're handling those things? I'm very confident. I'm very confident with our medical staff. I think, Paul Silvestri's done an awesome job. His whole medical staff has done an amazing job within their preparation, within their knowledge, within the setup, and keeping everybody where we need to be moving through training camp. Now, that's, as far as where I think everything will be down the road, I'm probably, I'm getting ready to coach some football. There's some people that would have better answers on that stuff.
That's fair. Then football.